scramble over some of the boulders and rock pools, etc. I've actually got one very wet foot as a result of looking at the rock pool. But anyway, here we are, we're at the site of St Medan's well, St Medan's well. It's in amongst these rocks and boulders here somewhere. It's not just left over from the high tide, it is welling up from down below. It's actually moved a bit since the last time I was here. Storms shifted some boulders around, but basically this is St Medan's well, where the legend tells us she bathed her eye sockets and her sight was miraculously restored after she looked out her eyes, thrown them at her spurned lover. And for a long time after the days of St Medan, which we're told was in the 8th century, the waters here were known to local people as having healing qualities. In fact, the stories go that right up until the 1930s, people would come here to get the water if their children were sick with scarlet fever in particular, and it was supposed to have healing properties. This is called Seeing with Heart Eyes by Terry Conley. Sometimes I think I see, and it's a beautiful sight. Somehow I get a peek into something below life's surface. A friendship, my own heart, the big picture, the way of the world, grace. When that happens, I want to keep my eyes wide open. Other times, as my mama would say, I'm blind as a bat, by which she meant I can't see a blooming thing. But being as blind as a bat, as it turns out, would be a good thing. If I were truly like a bat, I'd be using more of how I was made. I would see beyond my eyeballs. All of my senses would come together for direction. Hearing, sense of smell and touch, nighttime vision, mapping abilities, even sonar. I would see everything. This kind of sight is seeing with the eyes of your heart, the not so obvious. If I see with my heart eyes, I'm paying attention both inwardly and outwardly. I'm seeing through the gifts of my imperfection and God's mighty creative way. To see with my heart eyes, I have to unclench my heart and my hands and open towards God's heart. This seeing is from within trusted relationship, holding hands as we look together, Jesus and I, cannot be seen with my eyes alone. Another side of this kind of sight is seeing things as if you've never seen them, even though you have. Once in a while, looking at something here, I see it for the first time. It might be the way that I approach that day. I might be the company of a new friend in a different city. Whatever the reason, I see something I've never seen before. I've seen many times. When I read and reread my Bible, and when I tread and retread my familiar paths with my heart open. On a good day, I see bursts of colour and fine details. I feel proud. On a bad day, I can only see the grey, the whiteout, the blizzard. I don't like what I see. I feel lost. But on the best day, I know I am lost and found. Like the wise farmer in the snowstorm, I'm tethered to the barn where he rolled. I can see my way home along the road. Somehow, seeing and being saw with the eyes of his heart, his Father's heart. He was trying to get the people he met to see this way too. He's always trying to get me to see with the eyes of my heart, to see through my Father's eyes. It usually takes some slowing down. Some days, I think I see just a little, but I get in my own way a lot. I think that is the starting place for heart seeing, to admit I cannot see. Thankfully, Jesus is patient when I'm short-sighted. Seems he saw my blindness coming a mile away. Even before I see, God meets me. However far I've gotten or not gotten in my seeing, I turn around and Jesus has already found me. Then we can see together. He can be my rope tethered to the bar. In a moment we're going to start climbing up the cliff to St Medan's church. I need to adjust my eyes a bit here to find the pathway. Sometimes these things can be a bit hidden and we need that extra bit of sight that it told us about. And yes, there we go. Just behind me there, some steps which will take us up to the church where we'll have our final little bit of reflection and prayer. So, I'm going to climb up those steps. Hope my legs feeling strong, because it is quite steep.